Hi folks, Chris here, and I'm going to do a mini lesson, which I have not done in a while actually. So I thought it was overdue. So hopefully any of you guys that are following my channel, probably been wondering, why has he not done a mini lesson? I've just done a bunch of shorts lately. But anyway, I just wanted to do kind of a combination of Eric Johnson and Frank Gambale. And Frank is an amazing guitarist for sure. And but his picking hand, he's got some cool stuff going on. And I actually, when I'm working with some of my students, we cover some of the Frank Gambale stuff, like his sweeps that he does, with these chord shapes. So, but what I've found is sometimes they blend with the EJ kind of style. So like, if we did this thing in E, and then we go to an EJ kind of vibe, it really works together. So it's kind of cool if you look at that in that way, kind of like the blend of two things that seem completely different, but actually they're very similar. So, and of course, Frank has, he's got the patent on sweeping. Of course, he's like, written many books about it and done a lot of courses with it. And he's just like, a giant with sweeping. But when you take those chord shapes, like this particular one is so cool. And it's just basically these shapes. So it's kind of like a sus, if you will. So I'm starting off with actually a fifth position. And that's kind of in keeping too with some of the EJ stuff, which is very Steve Morse kind of inspired as well. So, but if you look at that, of course, Frank does a lot of reverse sweeping too, like when he's doing these things with these that kind of thing too, which if you listen close to EJ on the Venus Isle album, when he's doing All About You, he's actually doing some of that similar kind of stuff in a forward way, like with that kind of vibe there. So it's still with the shape, which is similar to the Gambale. So, again, with this part of the mini lesson, it would be that. And the way Frank holds his pick is really cool. He's kind of got this grip here. And then the EJ part that I would actually put, like if you were starting with that and then you wanted to go like full EJ, you could actually do that and then go to the E minor pentatonic there and then do your positions. Which would work, and then with your Gambale sweeping. And then there's another phrase that EJ does, which is very similar, the reverse sweeping. Which is very similar. So check those things out and apply them to your playing. I think you have a lot of fun, and hope you enjoyed this mini lesson after a while. See you next time.